that this team is close to keeping their promise. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Monarchs will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Coming out aggressively. He's got it on the left. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Offense getting set for first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Now is James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Coming after it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And those outside linebackers nowadays are so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting picked.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover on the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And the returner will be brought down. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Past the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Dukes. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
He's right on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Monarchs look to do some damage in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, ODU. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Old Dominion. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On the run, it's Knight. And the Dukes pick up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Now on the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. The 30, the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Monarchs. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Utah State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 21 to San Jose State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel...
Oh, look out! Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The quick out. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Finds the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Now on 2nd down. The hand to the running back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, James Madison. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
James Madison, 17.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Getting some heat. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
It's complete. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. ODU.
Number 83. With the grab in the end zone.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
James Madison, 17.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Off play action on first down. Got him downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Love that. Nice hands and also beautiful awareness by the receiver to make that grab in bounds.
And the Monarchs getting set on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And once he got loose, it was all over. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On the move from inside, and he loses the football on the return.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Crosses to 40. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult for him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling them up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle them up. You want to set those edges really, really firm, make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
The Dukes will punt this one away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Monarchs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll ride Davis here. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Trying to get to him. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Monarchs send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And there he goes. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, Dave.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. Ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as a result, the defense gets the INT.
First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around.
Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Dukes. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll run the option. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35. James Madison, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Take over, 1st and 10.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Old Dominion 35.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the right. Off he goes. Touchdown, Monarchs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. This dude is just slicing and dicing his defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. He had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. And the diving catch down the right side. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The give to Davis. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, ODU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in, and that miracle is no longer coming now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's worthy. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. He's looking to throw. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
34.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground.